Good morning. My name is Ashok and welcome to my channel called Read to Expand. Today I'm going to talk about the mutual funds. You will understand the concept of the mutual fund and why mutual fund is the best preferred route of investment into the stock market. Make no mistake, I'm not saying that you cannot invest into the stocks directly if you have the knowledge, if you have the wisdom, if you have the time to do the right kind of research, you can surely invest into the stock markets directly. But I personally prefer that most of the retail investors are busy in their day-to-day activities, their job, their professions, their business. I personally believe that mutual fund is the best and the safest route to invest into the stock market. Okay, let us understand with the example. For example, you have to go from destination from point A to point B. So there are two ways. Either you take the car on your own, drive on your own, maneuver through the traffic, maneuver through the potholes of the Bangalore, and then you reach to the point B. Having said that, the same destination can be covered. Let's say if you hire a driver, then you sit on the back seat, enjoy your time. You can do also your own work while the entire responsibility belongs to the driver that he takes you from the point A to the point E. Okay, so that's the main fundamental difference that in case of mutual fund, some professional fund manager will be responsible wherein the stock, if you do the direct stock investing, then you are the main person responsible for the entire activities. Okay, and there's another myth that that if you invest into the mutual fund, my money is going to go down. Yes, I'm not denying that. The point is, if the market goes up, your money go up. If the market comes down, your money also comes down. But that's where the rupee cost averaging comes in, and that's why I always propose that people should not do the lump sum investment, and people should do the SIP investment always. And let me tell you one thing: if you are invested into the market, if you are invested in the market, let's say from 7 years to 10 years, 10-year time period, then the probability of losing the money into the mutual fund is almost negligible. Okay, so if we have the basic understanding clear, let's understand more about the mutual fund, that how mutual fund can help the retail people to invest money into the stock market and generate wealth for their need and for their goals. So let's begin. So guys, let's understand the mutual fund, what the mutual fund is all about. So mutual fund, basically what does it do? You know, mutual fund basically pulls the money from multiple investors and invest into the diversified portfolio of stock, bonds and other securities. Okay, हम इसको ऐसे समझते हैं. What is mutual fund? Mutual fund is nothing but just a gateway for you, not more than that. Okay, a gateway, it's a vehicle which helps you to invest money into the pool of stocks. Okay, now those pool of stocks can belong to the different categories, can be the large cap stocks, can be the medium or the mid cap stocks, or for that matter small cap stocks, and accordingly the mutual funds have been classified, and then they are basically as per the mandate given. If it's a large cap fund, then all the stocks belongs to the large cap category. Okay, so mutual fund जो है वो आपसे पैसे लेता है, and it's just a medium or the vehicle through which the money get invested into the stocks. Okay, but now the question is, how much money do I need to invest into the mutual fund to start my investment journey? Okay. So with a very small amount, let's say with 500 rupees, or let's say 1000 rupees, certain cases, let's say you want to invest 5000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, you know, it's up to your capacity and your investment capacity. I mean to say, okay, that whatever goal is, according to your goal, you allocate the fund for the investment purpose. Okay, but the biggest benefit is that that if you select a particular fund, it does not matter which category it belongs, large cap, mid cap, or a small cap for that particular matter. It will have a pool of stocks. When I say pool of stock, that means it will have 40, 50 stocks in which, let's say, even if you invest 1,000 rupees, you get an exposure into those many number of companies. Let's say out of, let's say, 50 stocks in which the mutual fund is currently investing, let's say 3 4 companies goes bad also. In that case, what will happen? Still there are 45 companies who are managing the portfolio for you. But whereas if you invest into the stock, if that stock does not perform, then what will happen? Your stock, your money will go down, and then you cannot do the risk mitigation. So that is one particular thing we should always keep in mind, that mutual fund are just a medium or the vehicle through which you invest the money into the stock market. Is that is you have the economies of scale. As I mentioned, that with 500 rupees or the 1,000 rupees, you can invest into the mutual fund and you get an exposure into around 40 50 stocks directly. Okay. Second thing, you pay certain professional fees. Okay, very minimal professional fee. Your entire portfolio is basically managed by the professional fund manager, who also have the research team, whose job is basically is to uh, do the research on the companies, find out whether the companies are suitable for the investment or not, how the market trend is looking for, what is the future growth potential is having for those companies. Okay, how it's going to affect from the dynamic factors which is beyond the control. Okay, so their job is to do the complete research and understand the potential, not just the potential. They should also identify whether currently the whether currently the stock is suitable for the investment or not. So you get that kind of service also. This thing is the liquidity. Okay, if you need money, let's say you have invested certain amount of money into the mutual fund, and let's say you're investing for, let's say for the last 3 years, and you have invested, let's say, the X amount of money into the mutual fund, and today you need money for some emergency purpose. Okay, and you have to break that investment. Okay, for example, you can get the money in 48 to 78 hours. I mean, instead of working hours. Okay, 2 to 3 working days, you get the money in. Okay, so it provides the liquidity, tax friendly. Currently, it's just a 10%. I think it's just a 10% is is tax application. So these are certain benefits which is associated with the mutual fund, and I personally believe that retail investment, if they want to invest into the stock market, the most preferred route is to invest through the mutual fund. Okay, so after the basic understanding of mutual fund, let's also understand that what are all places the mutual fund can actually invest. Okay, तो म्यूचुअल फंड जो है वो आपका पैसा इक्विटी मतलब स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, एंड उसको हम इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड कहते हैं, एंड देयर कुड बी अ डिफरेंट कैटेगरी ऑफ इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड which we will talk probably in the next video. Then mutual fund can also invest into the safer avenues. Let's what we call as probably the debt investments. And there are different kind of debt mutual fund exist, and you can invest based on your need. If you want to just park the money, let's say for 3 months, or let's say 6 months, or for that matter 1 year, 3 year, or let's say if your time horizon is 5 year. So based on your different kind of needs, you can also invest into the debt mutual fund. You can also invest into the gold with the help of a mutual fund. So there are different category of mutual fund, what we call a debt mutual fund or equity mutual fund, or maybe you can invest into gold through the mutual fund. So about these kind of different kind of funds, probably we are going to speak into the next video. Then I want to definitely talk about direct stock or mutual funds comparison, and I have posted listed down certain points which you can see it by yourself. I just want to tell you one thing very clearly, that in hindsight everybody becomes intelligent. Okay, but when the market is going through the ups and downs, and it goes through the different cycles, market cycles, then controlling yourself as a human, I mean, so the human behavior is the most important thing in order to. अगर मार्केट ऊपर जाता है और आपका स्टॉक्स 20% 30% ऊपर चला जाता है, then you get a urge or need that I should book my profit. Or let's say if the market goes down and if your stock goes down by let's say 5%, 10%, 20%, then you feel that I should cut my loss and move on. However, these are temporary in nature. If your stock is good and if there is a potential, then even if the market goes down by let's say 10% and your stock goes by 10% and for 15%, 20%, it will eventually go up and it will. Lekin, we as a human, it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to manage our emotions and our behavior into the stock market. Okay. And that is where the mutual fund and they help you to generate wealth because they manage your money. Okay. If you notice a doctor, कोई भी एक डॉक्टर होता है वो अपने बच्चे का ऑपरेशन खुद नहीं करता है, राइट? वो क्यों नहीं करता है? क्योंकि उसके साथ में उसकी इमोशंस जुड़ी होती हैं, ओके? इसलिए उसके बच्चे का ऑपरेशन probably somebody else will do. I would say some other doctor will do. Similarly, in case of investment, okay, you always need a person who is going to manage your money, and that is where the professional mutual fund people come into picture. Those fund managers start managing your money because they know what to be done and what not to be done. Which we as an individual, if we are not experts, is very very difficult. So I've highlighted certain differences between the direct stocks and the mutual funds which you can understand and take a call that how you want to participate in the market. But as I said, that in hindsight everybody becomes intelligent. Let me ask you, how many people have invested in, let's say since I am from the IT, I talk about the IT stocks, let's say the Wipro or let's say Infosys of the world, and they have holded the stock for such a long period of time. You can count those people on the finger. And it's not like that Infosys and Wipro have been keep on performing year after year. They have also seen the downturn. In fact, recent stock market performance, as you can see, that nobody likes the IT stocks. And that is where I'm saying that when you invest in a fund, you get a diversified portfolio where you have IT exposure, you have probably infrastructure exposure, probably you have a power exposure based on the kind of theme which have been selected by the professional fund manager. They are going to invest into those things. So with these thoughts, know, I will like to tell you that please take a that how you want to participate into the market. My personal belief is that that mutual fund is suitable for all investors to invest into the stock market. Yes, if you are an expert, you can also invest into the stocks directly. Okay, so with these thoughts, मैं अपनी बात खत्म करना चाहूँगा म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में. And if you like the content of this particular channel, please do subscribe to my channel and also share with your friends. Maybe it can help them in some way or other. And please do let me know what is the one critical thing you have learned from this particular video. You can put your comments into the comment section. And आपने अपना बहुमूल्य वक्त दिया इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. Thank you very much and have a great day.